What's up? Welcome to your daily Buckeye Blitz for a Monday. Let's start the week off right. We are smack dab right in the middle of the month, January 15th, 2024. Hey, I want you to keep an eye out for that video vault I'm releasing to you guys. I want you guys to get first crack at it. It's going to be everything video you could possibly want that I can't do on YouTube. Film breakdowns of the Buckeye games. I'm going to have Will Howard breakdowns, every play from Will Howard at K-State. We're going to have Judkins. I have Judkins videos so you can see all of his plays at Ole Miss. A lot of recruiting videos, ton of every recruiting video I can get my hands on for current class and going forward. We'll have that in there, and it's going to be easy to navigate. So want you guys to get in there, get first crack at it. We'll probably do a free trial, give you like a week or a few days or something to try it out, see if you like it. And of course, with everything, money back guarantee if you're not happy with it. So, but we're going to keep it affordable. I'm not going to charge 30, 40, 50 bucks. Some of these video services, film room breakdowns and stuff like that are charging way too much, man. So I want to make this affordable for everybody. So keep an eye out. I'll let you know when it's up and running. It'll be very soon, I promise. So today we're talking about who's back, who's leaving, who's coming and going, talking about the roster. Had a lot of shakeups, a lot of guys leaving, committing, declaring for the draft, declaring that they're not going to the draft. So let's talk about who we're leaving, how they impacted the team last year, like stats and some PFF grades for some guys, stuff like that. So this roster is pretty much locked in through spring ball. So from now to the end of April, there's not going to be much changing. Especially guys leaving, unless there's a coaching change, like a head coaching change. If Ryan Day leaves, then yes, obviously, you got that 30-day window that Alabama and Washington are going through right now, right? All their players are, able to jump ship. But as far as leaving for the Buckeyes, that's cut off until the next window in May. It's a 15-day window after spring ball. So coming in, now we could bring somebody in, maybe an Alabama safety or an O-lineman. Sure, that could happen anytime, but there shouldn't be anybody else leaving. So let's start off with the guys that are checking out. Quarterback Kyle McCord, he had 703 snaps last year. Entered the portal, popped out in Syracuse, upstate New York. I'm not sure he had that in mind when he entered. But anyways, he had a 65.8% completion percentage, 3,170 yards, 24 TDs, and 6 INTs. So that's what you're losing. That's what you're trying to improve on in 2024. Just looking forward. Next, wide receiver Marvin Harrison Jr. Obviously, a stud, 650 snaps. He's entering the draft, of course. 67 receptions, 1,211 yards receiving. That's an 18-yard average. That's healthy. 14 TDs. Always seemed like maybe we could have got him the ball a little more often, though, didn't it to you? So he's on his way to the NFL. Best of luck with your career, Marv. So this is an idea of the stats we have to replace with one or two guys, in that receiver room. And you probably want to eclipse those stats too, because I always felt like he left us wanting more, right? Next is wide receiver Julian Fleming. He played 552 snaps. It's almost the same as Marv, just a little less. Entered the portal, popped out in rural Pennsylvania. Sorry about that, man. But anyways, he's at Penn State. Last year, he had 26 receptions for the Buckeyes, only 270 yards, 10.4 average, no touchdowns. So not a lot of production there in the stat sheet necessarily, but he was an excellent perimeter and downfield blocker that you really can't quantify in stats, and a leader. Obviously a huge leader in that wide receiver room. So kind of some intangibles that you can't really see in black and white, but he did a lot for the Buckeyes. So you have to replace that, the leadership and that effort, in downfield blocking. Not everybody does that, and we've been slipping at that for a while. Next up, guard Matt Jones, 825 snaps. I think that's virtually every snap on offense. He's out of eligibility, so moving on to the NFL, hopefully. He had a pass blocking grade of 66.3, not fantastic. Run blocking grade of 71.7, good, not great. So, again, we need to do better with whoever plays guard next. We know we have Donovan Jackson coming back, but at the other guard spot, the right guard, we need to be better. Defensive tackle, Michael Hall Jr., 419 snaps. He's entering the draft early. He had 1.5 sacks. Probably had more than 1.5 snacks. I'm sure of that. 1.5 sacks. Run defense grade of 69.5, not great. And a pass rush grade of 84.8. That pass rush grade really offsets the run defense because he's really pass rush specialist, right? Remember him against Notre Dame 2 years ago. So he's a little undersized. That's why he's better at the pass rush than the run defense. So, well, good luck to him. But again, that's another example of where and what we need to eclipse, what we need to replace and do better along that D-line, the D-tackle position. So next up, Tommy Eichenberg, the legend. 600 snaps on defense, entering the draft. He did have one more year of eligibility. Him and Steele both did, and I believe Cade as well. But they pretty much maxed out, what their value could be. And so he's entering the draft, had 80 tackles on the year, a forced fumble, a pick. His run defense grade kind of fell off this year. He was a 66.6. Pass rush grade at 65.8. Never was great in pass. Well, he was good. He used to be better in pass rush. I don't know what happened there, but coverage grade really fell off, 52.9. He was never great in pass coverage, but kind of a down year for Tommy. Steele, I could kind of say the same here. He's entering the draft. He had 650 snaps, 83 tackles, a pick. His run defense grade was a 55.5. Pass rush, 48.6. His coverage grade was good, 77.4. But the other two things are important, And last guy leaving is safety Josh Proctor, 627 snaps, out of eligibility. Hopefully he lands somewhere in the NFL. I'm sure he'll at least be an undrafted free agent if he's not drafted. 47 tackles, had a pick 6 this year. Coverage grade of 74.2, much better this year in coverage. And run defense graded 83.9, was coming downhill and hammering running backs. Was always a sight to see. So let's talk about our 11 draft-eligible Buckeyes who are returning in 2024. Wide receiver Emeka Egbuka had 451 snaps. Remember, he did miss 3 games. He had 41 receptions, 515 yards. That's a 12.6-yard average, 4 touchdowns. Again, another receiver that really left us wanting more, right? We expected a lot more out of that slot position. Even with the injury, only missing 3 games, you thought he could have mustered more than 41 catches. But obviously, quarterback and O-line was an issue. Running back, Travion Henderson coming back, 401 snaps, missed 3 games as well, 156 carries, almost hit 1,000 yards, 926, even with missing the 3 games. 5.9-yard average, that's insane. 11 touchdowns, 19 catches, 229 yards. So that's coming back. Add him with Judkins in the backfield and Dallin Hayden. Good night, Irene. Guard, Donovan Jackson returning, 825 snaps. Pass blocking grade of 72.7, much better. Run blocking grade of 67.3, not so great. So he's got areas to improve on for sure. And we'll see. We'll see if he gets moved to right guard, if he stays at left. He does need to improve though. He'll have a new center next to him and possibly a new left tackle. We'll see about that. Defensive end, JT Tuimoloau, 673 snaps. That's a ton. That's a ton for a D end. 5 sacks, much better than 2022. Run defense grade of 70, pass rush grade of 78. Could be better in both areas. I would expect a better pass rush grade. Defensive end, Jack Sawyer, also returning. Jack is back in the sack. Did you know I'm glad to be back? 605 snaps, 6.5 sacks. I believe that had to lead the team in sacks. Run defense grade 86.6. His back half of the 23 season, he was a monster. Especially in that Missouri game, he was kind of peaking there. Pass rush grade 87.9. That's one of the best in the country. Him and JT led the team. I believe they both had 37 QB pressures. Tyleik Williams, a D tackle, coming back, 642 snaps. That's a ton for a D tackle also. Had 3 sacks from the inside, 5 batted down passes. His run defense grade of a 71.8 was good. He could improve that. And his pass rush grade was a 68.4. But you got to remember, he knocks down a lot of balls. He may not get there and get hands on the quarterback every play, but he's a freaking D tackle, right? So get your hands up, and he does that. Another D tackle, Ty Hamilton, coming back. He only played 343 snaps last year, had 2 sacks. His run defense grade was 78.9. He doesn't get the credit I think he deserves, especially in the run game. So he's going to get more snaps this year for sure, and let's hope he can maintain that. Pass rush grade needs to improve. He was a 64.5. Linebacker, Cody Simon, only played 373 snaps. It seemed like more than that, but he did have 57 tackles. And run defense grade was a 71.7. That's what they brought him in mostly for. Is run defense, and his pass rush grade was an 89.7. So he can rush the passer too when you need him to. Winding down here in the secondary, 2 corners and a safety. Cornerback Jordan Hancock returning, 616 snaps, 41 tackles, 2 sacks, 2 picks. One of those a pick 6. His coverage grade was really strong this year, a 74.8. Run defense grade could be better, a 64.6, but he's not afraid to come up and at least smack a guy and let his friends rally. The other corner, Denzel Burke, 579 snaps, missed 2 games, had 1 forced fumble, 1 pick, 8 batted down passes, a coverage grade of 81.7. Amazing. That's very good. Run defense grade 70.7. Another guy that will come up and lay the wood and at least stop the runner from getting out and making a big play. Then safety, Lathan Ransom returning, did only play 487 snaps, missed 5 games to finish the season. Had a forced fumble, a pick, 2 batted down passes, coverage grade of 75.3. He really improved that from 2022 to 2023. He used to be kind of a liability back there in coverage, and then his run defense, he's always been good at run defense coming downhill. He graded out a 72.1. So that's who's leaving. That's what we got to replace, and that's who's staying. I mean, a lot of production is staying. We lost some, but a lot is coming back, and it's going to make this one of the best rosters in the country in 2024. I'm guaranteeing you that. Money back guarantee. All right. Talk to you later. Go Bucks.